I'm here just to relay a message about the true Messiah. His name is not Jesus, it's Yahusha. Today I want to talk about the Messiah. I want to talk about the name of the person who's supposed to save us from our sin. I grew up in a Christian church. I backslid. I was in the street doing a lot of stuff. End up going back to the Christian church. End up going really deep into it to where I started changing my life. Really deep, studying. All I want is the truth. That's all I want, still now. So, one day, as I was holding one of my Bible studies, I started feeling a little different about the name Jesus. As I was doing studies, when you study for a long time, sometimes I go online and I watch other people. So I went online and was watching other people, and I ran across this video that said The Raft on it by a brother named Yahuah and his wife, young couple. The video convicted me. Now I was strong in Christianity. I had Bible studies, ministry, but I never researched really nothing too much. I was just always studying the Bible itself, and just, if I run across something I don't truly understand, I didn't really always rely on the Spirit. I relied on my uncle or a pastor. So I'll call him and be like, yo, I'm having trouble with this verse right here. Can you help me break it down? So that's what I used to do. And throughout all of that, it was some things that just wasn't sitting right with me. It was these words in the Bible: Lord, God, Jesus. It's like, okay, if Jesus is the name of the Son, it's the name of the Father. Nobody really could tell me. They'll say Yahweh, or name is too sacred to be talked about. But I say, if the Most High wants a personal, intimate relationship with you, doesn't that start with knowing his name? Anyway, it didn't sit well with me. So as I keep studying now I go from studying the Bible to actually researching things about the Bible. So I started going into things, and then I called my uncle, and I'm just like, yo, did you know his name was Yeshua? That's when I was saying Yeshua. I was like, it's Yeshua. He's like, yeah, we know. So why we don't use it? That's his original Hebrew name of the Son. Why we don't use it? Which later on I found out is Yahusha. But at that time I was saying Yeshua, and I was just so happy that I even found out a new name. It was just crazy. But they was just like, oh, don't get wrapped up on them names. And I'm like, okay, well, If it was me, I would want somebody to know my name. Anyway, I'm just like, they telling me not to get wrapped up over the names. And believe you me, it was kind of like stressful a little bit, because I was trying to figure out the truth, but everybody I turned to was telling me stop worrying about it. So I just kept going, just kept digging, because I wanted the truth. And then, as I kept digging, I kept finding little things here and there. You know what I mean? Like I said about the video, that rap video I seen convicted me, and I'm supposed to be strong in Christianity. How did that video convict me to the point where I'm questioning everything I've been learning since a kid? And that video was long, but I didn't even watch it all. I was convicted so bad I couldn't even watch it all. And I was just like, how the heck did, I think it probably was 30 minutes, 25 minutes of a video, have me question years of learning and knowing about the Messiah that I knew, I thought was Jesus. It shouldn't be that. It shouldn't have been that easy. If that was like that easy, that's because somebody took a seal off my eyes. And that was the Most High who did that, by the way. Who took a blindfold off from a traditional belief for believing something one way, based off of the people that is older around you and what they believe based off what they were taught from other people that was older around them. A traditional belief. I was trapped in that. And I'm just grateful that I'm not anymore. And my journey has begun with knowing the true Messiah, Yahusha hamashiach. And I'm grateful for that. And I'm just trying to be obedient so that he can begin to use me the way I know that I can do. So I have to be obedient. I have to get back into the studies the right way. I ordered a few books, so I'm really grateful for that. But the point of me making this video is just basically revealing to people, don't be scared of research, because it's something that you used to so much. It could be scary at first, because when I first started uncovering certain things, it was just like really, really, really scary. Because now I'm like, all right, I really believe, I really want to, like, I want the truth. I want the truth. I don't want to be lied to by a pastor. I don't want to be lied to by nobody. And then, even if they just don't know, and then it's just like, you know what? I have to seek him for myself. I run across a Bible verse that says, study to show thyself approved. And it means exactly that. You have to study to show thyself approved. You cannot rely on the word of man. Precept upon man is something you cannot rely on. The Bible's there for the reason. And it's like, even the fact that you're telling me to start in John, that's the best book to start in. It gives you insight on Jesus. And I'm like, well, if I put a movie on, I'm not going to start from the beginning, the middle of the movie. Start from the beginning. So now it's like I had to unlearn a whole bunch of other things, and it was a lot. But at the end of the day, what else made me realize throughout research was the letter J. The letter J didn't come out till 1524. Now, I'm not the best at math, but that wasn't that long ago. That was about 400 and some years ago, almost 500 years ago. And I ain't the smartest man in the world, but if I'm not mistaken, the Messiah died about almost 2,000 years ago. Maybe 1,988 years ago, or maybe 91 years ago, because they said it was probably in 30 AD or 33 AD. So depending on what actual time that it was, that's almost 2,000 years ago. And I know that the English language has been around for a little more than 1,400 years. So he was definitely walking the earth longer than English been out. So his name couldn't have been an English name. We all know the Bible was written originally in Hebrew. So that means he has to have a Hebrew name. Well, I just started looking into the Hebrew language, and there was never a J in the Hebrew language. So now I asked myself another question, and I'm saying, okay, well, where did this J come from? Where did the name Jesus come from? So I go do more little digging, and I realized that the 1611 version of the King James Bible doesn't have a J in it. So if 1524, the letter J came out, why wouldn't the 1611 Bible have the name Jesus in it? That's after the letter J was out then. So that made me start thinking, like, maybe it's because the people who made that name up didn't think to put it in the Bible yet. So I feel like there's a problem with that. That means somebody is doing some type of deceiving. So I started doing some more thinking. I run across the verse. All scriptures is inspired by God. So that means that he was the inspiration behind whoever was writing the scriptures. So we all know that the Hebrew people, my ancestors, was writing the scriptures. So they were the only ones that was inspired. What about the translators? Translators was not inspired. The people who translated the Bible into English was not inspired by Yah at all. In fact, the Greeks, they didn't even like the Hebrews. They only got access to everything is because we broke the covenant back then and disobeyed Yah. He told us not to make a covenant with the heathen. We were doing a lot of stuff that Yah did not want us to do. And that is the name of the Father, Yahuah. Okay? And then I run across another verse that says, I have come in my Father's name, but you do not receive me. If another comes in his own name, you will receive him. I said, wow. Because in Christianity, the Father's name is God. That's what I was told. The Heavenly Father, I was told that he had many names. But I come to find out he has many titles. The Great I Am, Alpha and Omega. His name is Yahuah. His son's name is Yahusha. I have come in my Father's name. Yahuah, Yahusha. Now that sounds like a father who named his son after him. Jesus, God. Don't sound. You have a made up name that was made up from the Greeks, and then you have a title. Something fishy about that. So I just want everybody to study. Begin to study, because if you think that you can rely on a man for information, pastor, bishop, anything. You can't. Do not follow the precepts upon man. Follow the precepts upon precepts, which is in the Bible. You have to follow the word. Yahusha is the way, the truth, and the life. Follow him. That's what you have to do. Okay? Stop listening to your pastor and stop following a man. Study to show thyself approved. And I just put this video up just because I'm grateful to have been able to receive the truth, and I'm grateful that Yah chose to let me in on this truth that I've ran across, or that was shown to me, because the blindfolds is off. Now it's time to study, and now it's time to put the work in and work out the salvation. Man, my message for everybody is study to show thyself approved. Don't accept a name that was given, that was made by man, that wasn't inspired by the Most High Yah. Study and take a Hebrew class. Bible was originally made in Hebrew, might as well. But that's all I got to say.